Here's the ducks that I have left. I ended up losing another female mallard, well, like a mallard looking duck. I lost her 2 days ago. I looked out across the pond and she was totally gone. And I don't know where she went to. Either a eagle, bald eagle got her, or it was a coyote or a fox. This is what we do every other day. We take 2 milk jugs here and we put it in our watering can. This watering can holds two jugs, and we use that to water the garden. And it takes us anywhere from about 2.5 hours to water the garden. And see all these milk jugs that we have here. We save all our milk jugs. My rest of my family saves milk jugs, and this is what we use to water our garden. Some of my blackberries are turning. There's one just barely. I mean, they're not. There is a bird above my head. Must be having a nest. No, you're not going to poop on me. They're probably going to try to poop on me. Probably upset. Might have a nest or is wanting one of my blackberries. I'm not sharing. Go away. I see it. There's the bird's nest. I thought the bird was after my berries. These are the ones I got today. But no, she's got a nest. She's above my head. She's mad. Now here is a banana pepper. We've got one right there. I mean, it's not quite all the way yellow, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer, but some of these plants are starting to look a whole lot better right here. And then my husband's already out there now, and it's doing a whole lot better, you know, with the tomatoes, and we've planted some more beans over here, right there. Farmer's field next door. It would be really hard to zoom in, but there's at least 2 deer down there. They've been traveling around over here. Matter of fact, there's one over there, the side of the woods. I don't know if I can zoom in on it. Let me see if I can zoom in to show you. It's right there. There's something that's light brown moving. That's a deer. Probably wanting to come over here and have a snack in my garden. We're just going to lay down my husband's hair here to keep them out of the garden. They've been all over our pumpkins. That looks like there's some thistle in there. I actually 2-3 years ago threw some seed over here. I was trying to encourage some more butterflies. Now the orange flower-like thing, I don't know what that is. There's some more over here. This is lines between me and the farmer. Pretty sky, if you can see some of it. It's just starting a little bit more pink, and the clouds. Green, if you can see that right there where that green thing is underneath that flower, that's a pumpkin. So we at least have one. Our pumpkins are quite large here. I really don't know how many. Some of these came up from last year. Like I said, back here I've got pumpkins and watermelon. Several tracks here in the garden. I put down my husband's hair there to go ahead. The gray part right there, that's my husband's like beard hair. And when he cuts his hair, so we can try to keep out the deer. And I don't know about you, I just don't want them to traipse over and step on our pumpkins that we have here. Here's some more tracks. And then they go all the way into our beans, which we don't want that. You can see the deer right there. She's coming across thinking she's going to have a snack in my garden. She has spotted me. I assume it's a female. I don't know when exactly they get those little horns on them. But she shouldn't come around me. I've got this whole bag of my husband's hair. And I just sprinkled it down in the garden. Here are the first green beans that we've planted. They look pretty healthy here. And then we have these right over here are our second planting of our green beans, and behind that is our third planting. And then behind that falcon down there, we don't have anything planted right now. You're a pretty bird. Yes, you are. This is my son's chickens here. They're called, I think, eggers when they lay the eggs. I'm not sure. This is the pond. As you can tell, we really need the rain. We just, we're really low on it. Usually the pond is all the way right up to here, where my foot is right there. So the fact that it's shrunk back that much because of us not having enough rain. How you girls doing,
this tree
huh?
Is really tall.
Ready for the hot heat today?
I see at least one apple.
That one there, I'm gonna have to get off her legs. That is when it got so muddy in there.
This is probably about
the mud, the dirt, and probably her poop is stuck to her leg. I'm gonna have to get that off. My one girlie over here. You doing okay? We keep the tarp on top so that when it does rain, their run doesn't get totally ruined. And then, it'd get too wet in there. And then it could wet the chickens, and then that would not be good. And I've got one over here as well for these chickens. These are a couple of days worth of eggs. Pretty rainbow. We just had a storm. I don't know if that's thunder or fireworks. Today is the 4th of July. Looks like I got some more tracks in the garden. I'm not really sure what they are. I didn't put any hair over here, my husband's hair, to keep, them from going in here. Probably is deer. Not sure what kind of berries those are. They might be some wild, like blackberries. I just would be leery about eating them. I will leave those for the birds. Finally got some rain the other day. My husband did a pretty good job here. We had a whole bunch of weeds that took over, and he had put some mulch down. So we got one side of our house done. This is the side that I need help on. I only actually planted one lamb's ear and it multiplied, and this was over several years ago. And then I've got the roses over here. And some of the lamb's ear from a bird carrying it over there as well. This tree, I've got about a total of 4 apples on them. We haven't begun to spray them yet. This tree maybe, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years old. We do need to find something. I want to find something that's all natural that I can spray on there. I really don't want to use chemicals. This apple tree, I do believe it's an apple tree. It looks like it's doing healthy. I don't see any berries on it though, or fruit of any kind. This tree is really tall. I see at least 1 apple there on the tree. Again, this is probably about a three-year tree. Now we have 2 peach trees. This is about the 2nd year on this peach tree. Oh, I've probably bought 3 or 4 nice peaches if we can actually get to keep them. Usually an animal takes them, usually the next day when I want to get them. Well, this one's actually rotted. Someone has bit into it. It's a little soft. Definitely rotted there. I might be able to cut some of it away, but I don't know. This tree only has 1 peach bounty. It's hard as a rock. Same with the other 2 over there, besides the one that I got on my hand here that's rotted. The soybean across my driveway, it's really, really green. We've left this for the woodpeckers. Usually we have a pileated woodpecker that makes these gigantic holes in the tree. These really, really tall trees. My husband planted these 7 years ago, so they have really taken off. This was Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. I hope you have a good day.